Welcome to Bids and Proposals for Dummies, Short Episodes, Big Wins, a podcast inspired by the book written by APMP fellows Charlie Devine and Neil Cobb. Each episode gives you bite-sized, expert tips to help you navigate the complexities of bid and proposal writing, and provides industry best practices on winning business. In today's episode, we'll cover the importance of design in proposals, consistent document styles, sketching ideas for consistent design, applying basic design principles, using graphics in proposals, and guidelines for placing graphics in proposals. Today, we're diving into the world of proposal design and how to make your proposals look good. With computers at our fingertips, creating slick documents is easier, but not everyone knows the secrets to making them look professional. Avoiding cluttered layouts and tacky clip art is key. No one wants a document that screams unprofessional. In this episode, we'll guide you through capturing attention with design, understanding the basic principles of design, and making your solution memorable with graphics and charts. We assume that you don't have in-house graphics and publishing resources, but if you have a PC or a tablet, you can incorporate textual elements, photos, graphics, tables, and word diagrams to bring a higher level of professionalism to your proposals. Design plays a crucial role in making a positive early impression on decision-makers and evaluators. Good design not only makes your proposal look good, but it also helps communicate your information effectively and persuades your audience that your information is the best. Proposals are a unique hybrid of various document types, so it's essential to visually depict the information in a way that ensures your message is clear and accessible. Before you start designing, it's crucial to answer some questions. Does your customer provide any layout guidelines? Do you need to adhere to your organization's branding standards? Who are your target audiences? And how can you present information that appeals to each group? By considering these questions, you can create a visually appealing proposal that highlights specific content your customer needs to see and understand. Now, let's talk about designing right from the start. The first thing your customer sees is the cover of your proposal, so make it customer-focused and professional. Consider including a photo of your customer's building or work site and make sure it relates to your major win theme. Your title should never be an afterthought. It should advertise the content to come and be engaging and meaningful. Avoid generic titles and use a two-part title approach, if possible, to highlight the problem you're solving and your solution. When it comes to branding, the focus should be on your customer, not your organization. Use your customer's name, logo, and colors on the cover if your branding guidelines allow. It's all about making your customer feel special and emphasizing that your proposal is all about them. So remember to design your proposals with attention to detail and professionalism, starting with a customer-focused cover. Show that you understand your customer, preview the storyline with a compelling title, and brand your proposal with your customer in mind. And most importantly, make sure your design supports your message and helps you stand out. When it comes to creating professional proposals, one important aspect is to have a consistent look and feel throughout your documents. This not only impresses first-time recipients, but also helps repeat customers feel comfortable with your approach. For outstanding examples of consistent publication styles, look no further than the iconic For Dummies books. Every visual element of these books serves a purpose, from the bright yellow cover to the active headings and guiding icons. All For Dummies books adhere to this consistent style, which has contributed to their phenomenal success. To achieve the same level of recognition for your proposals, it's crucial to establish a consistent visual style. Even if you're responding to a request for proposal, RFP, that has specific packaging guidelines, you can still leverage your distinctive style. One important factor to consider is the choice of paper. Even though digital submissions are becoming more common, some businesses and RFPs still require paper proposals. Therefore, it's essential to design for paper, ensuring you select high-quality paper that won't smudge or bleed when printing in color. Another aspect to consider is the font you use for your proposal. Stick to 2 fonts, one for titles and headers, and another for the main body text. Choose fonts that are clean, distinct, and easy to read, avoiding ornate or whimsical styles. Make sure to adjust the font size and spacing appropriately to optimize readability. When it comes to binding your proposals, always opt for professional options. Pocket or cardboard folders and perfect binding are not suitable choices. Instead, consider options like wire or plastic spiral binding for shorter proposals, or ring binders for longer ones. These bindings allow easy navigation and comparison, while still giving your proposals a polished and professional appearance. Headers and footers play a crucial role in guiding evaluators through your proposal. They provide valuable information, such as chapter and page numbers, protect your content with proprietary statements, and create a professional frame for your content. Make sure to design them in a way that reflects the relationship between your customer and your organization, as showcased on the cover page. Finally, pay attention to page margins. Standard margins are typically 1 inch, but you can consider adjusting them if you want to create a more magazine-style header or provide more space for your customer's identity. Just remember to strike a balance between aesthetics and the length of your proposal. So, you want to design the layout of your page? Well, graphic designers have a secret for creating a consistent and organized design. Start by sketching your ideas on paper. Yes, that's right. Good old-fashioned paper. Award-winning graphic designer Jeff Rogers swears by this technique. By using a pencil and paper, you can quickly get your ideas out of your head and onto the page. This allows you to see how they work and make better decisions about how you want your page to function. Drawing small rectangles, roughly the same proportions as your page, helps you focus on the layout without getting overwhelmed by smaller details. You can think about the information you need to include and how you'd like to organize it. Remember to start with headlines, subheads, text, and images, and work your way down the hierarchy. Once you have some general ideas sketched out, you can move to the computer and build the layout based on your thumbnails. Jeff recommends using a pen instead of a pencil so you won't be tempted to erase. Don't worry about making your sketches beautiful works of art. The goal is to get your ideas out, not create masterpieces. As you create thumbnails for your layout, consider leaving some free space to the right of your text. This can be used for call-outs, pull quotes, or testimonials to highlight key messages and proofs for your proposal. These elements can be peripheral to your primary message and provide additional information for specific audiences or demonstrate past performance. If you have a sophisticated desktop publishing program like Adobe's InDesign, you can easily convert your thumbnails into a digital version. But if you're using a word processor, you'll have to work within the program's limitations. Setting up a professional page layout involves establishing margins, deciding on the number of columns, choosing heading layouts, and establishing heading and text styles. You can also add color to your layout to bring visual style to your proposal. So, if you are looking to make your proposal stand out, well, you don't have to be a graphic artist to create a persuasive and attractive proposal. In fact, by following some basic design principles, you can take your proposal to the next level. There are 6 fundamental design principles that can make a big difference. 4 of these principles, which include contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity, are taken from Robin Williams' The Non-Designer's Design Book. These principles are commonly used at the University of North Texas to teach technical communicators how to create professional-looking layouts. The other 2 principles, consistency and balance, are concepts often used in technical writing to enhance the clarity and significance of your content. These principles don't only apply to page layouts, but also to graphics, like illustrations, diagrams, and photographs. So, let's dive into some of them. Contrast is all about creating emphasis among visual elements. You can achieve this by using opposite pairings and creating big and bold differences between elements. Colors also play an important role in contrast, as they have meanings and can affect mood. Proximity is about establishing a bond between elements on a page. The closer something is to each other, the more related it should be. And don't forget about white space. It gives your pages room to breathe and provides a visual break from constant text. Balance is an artistic concept that ensures no one section of your layout overpowers another. To achieve balance, think of your content as shapes and use the rule of thirds to arrange them on a grid. Consistency is key when it comes to using fonts, colors, and other design elements. It helps evaluators navigate your proposal more efficiently. Alignment, on the other hand, focuses on the relationships between the parts of a page. By aligning text and graphics on invisible grid lines, you can make your layout easier to read and enhance readers' perceptions of your content. Lastly, repetition brings a sense of cohesion to your layout. By repeating certain shapes, elements, and text styles, you can create unity within your proposal. Remember, the style of your proposal package communicates your organization's culture and approach. Make purposeful aesthetic decisions that align with your audience, message, and subject matter. Readers love stories in proposals, especially when those stories are accompanied by relevant graphics. Graphics can effectively persuade readers because they convey both facts and emotions. They are particularly effective in proactive proposals, where readers are more likely to scan and engage if something catches their interest. Research shows that graphics grab readers' attention, enhance professionalism, influence emotions and attitudes, aid in information retention, and lead to better understanding of the material. In his book, Do-It-Yourself Billion-Dollar Graphics, author Mike Parkinson cites a study that found presentations with visual aids are 43% more persuasive. Graphics also improve recollection by up to 86% and communicate information faster than text alone. This is why using the right visuals in your proposal can make a significant difference in winning business. Graphics make abstract ideas more concrete and memorable. They help convey complex concepts more effectively and can show how things work instead of just explaining them with words. Graphics should be combined with text to maximize their communicative power. An important tool to reinforce graphics is the action caption, which provides a brief sentence that interprets the graphic for the evaluator. To enhance the power of your graphics, each one should have an action caption that includes a figure number, an informative heading, and a simple, customer-focused explanation. Avoid listing more than 3 benefits in a single action caption. Graphics are most effective when they are relevant, professional, and enhance the accessibility and persuasiveness of your proposal. Using action captions to develop graphics before writing the proposal can ensure that your team is aligned and that the solution is complete. Graphics are particularly useful when the information is too complex for words alone, when the information is critical to the proposal's success, or when you want to influence emotions. It is crucial to develop graphics according to a thorough process to ensure they are meaningful and appropriate for the customer's needs. When it comes to presenting information, evaluators often prefer graphics over text. However, it's important to remember that they still read the proposal first. Text carries the main information, and graphics should reinforce or enhance that information. To make sure your graphics are effective, always place them as close as possible to the information they enhance. Ideally, they should be on the same page, alongside or directly following the text. It's also important to refer to your graphics in your text before presenting them. You can use a figure reference like, "as you see in Figure X" or "see Figure X" to make the connection clear. If you only have a couple of graphics, you can use a phrase like, "as you see in the figure below" to introduce them. To make it easier for readers, embed each graphic with the associated text. Don't make them flip pages to find the illustration of an idea. This ensures that the information is easily accessible and enhances the overall flow of your proposal. When it comes to using images, it's crucial to understand copyright law. Without permission from the owner, you can't legally use an image in your proposal. The only exceptions are images in the public domain. If the image isn't in the public domain, you need to secure permission and, if necessary, pay for the rights to reuse it. Remember, all images are immediately protected by copyright law in almost every country, whether they have a visible copyright notice or not. When it comes to graphic file formats, it's best to embed them in a flat, uneditable format, like JPG, PNG, GIF, or TIFF. This ensures that the graphics maintain their integrity and can't be altered. If you're printing your proposal, use a print resolution of 150 to 300 dpi. If you're presenting or posting your proposal online, match the resolution to the size of the space it will occupy on the screen. As you create and insert graphics into your proposals, it's important to understand the two types of graphics: raster and vector. Raster graphics are made up of pixels and have a fixed resolution. Stretching them can result in a loss of image quality. On the other hand, vector graphics use mathematical calculations to define the image, allowing for easy scaling without sacrificing quality. Vector files are typically smaller and widely used in presentation and data graphics software. When working with graphics, be cautious about compressing image files excessively, as it can reduce image quality. To avoid font and file size issues, create graphics to the same dimensions they'll appear in your proposal. By following these guidelines, you'll be able to effectively connect your text and graphics and create visually appealing proposals. In this episode, we delved into the importance of design in proposals, including guidelines for layout, graphics, and cover design, how consistent document styles contribute to professionalism, starting with pencil and paper to sketch ideas for consistent design before converting to a digital page, applying basic design principles to make your proposal stand out, the benefits of using graphics in proposals, and best practices for placing, referencing, and embedding graphics. Thank you for joining us today on Book for Dummies, where we have explored an array of valuable insights and knowledge, and we can't wait to have you back with us for our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe.